Well, joining us once again for our weekly entertainment panel is Abby St. John. Abby, there's a lot to talk about this week, including with the announcement that the very successful Lion King live-action remake is now getting a sequel, and it's not going to have Jon Favreau at the helm. So just talk about who's going to take over the reins of the Lion King, and also just what the story could be going forward.
Yeah, so it's very exciting news after the massive success of the first Lion King live action remake. It brought in over $1 billion and it's on the top 10 highest grossing movies list. So, with that comes the sequel. Of course, we've seen it with many different movie franchises. When the first movie is very successful, you can almost count on, almost guarantee a second one. And that is happening with The Lion King. Now, like you said, Jon Favreau will not be directing it. It's now falling on Benny Jenkins, who directed Moonlight, which won Best Picture back in 2017. So that's very exciting. We're going to get a fresh face for the second Lion King. Now, the plot of the movie is being kept a secret, and we probably won't know much about it as of yet. But it's reportedly going to delve into Mufasa's past while still progressing the main character's storylines. So I predict that it's just going to go back and forth between the present time and back when Mufasa was still alive and still reigning. Now, Benny Jenkins it has been quoted as saying, having the opportunity to work with Disney on expanding this magnificent tale of friendship, love, and legacy while furthering my chronically the lives of souls of folks within the African diaspora is a dream come true. So this is going to be very exciting to see what he does with it and how he takes or how he continues the story that Jon Favreau started when the first Lion King was released.
And of course, he's also known for directing another great movie called If Beale Street Can Talk Again. Another big news, Abby, is that we all know from that, talking about superheroes right now, we know that Spider-Man 3 is going to happen. The question is, of course, who's going to be the villain? Now, of course, we all remember when Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man had Jamie Foxx in it playing Electro, and now there's talks that he could be coming back. So talk about just how that can coincide. I know they're kind of in similar universes, and I know they're different companies, but do you think that this could ultimately work in the end?
I think so. Now, nothing has been confirmed by Sony or even Marvel Studios as of yet, and it probably won't until closer to when the production will be released. As we know, Marvel, especially the MCU, is very kept under wraps, very secretive. So we probably won't have final confirmation until further down the line. But it has been reported that Jamie Foxx is in final negotiations to reprise his role of the villain Electro, which, like you said, he played in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield back in 2014. So it'll be very interesting to see if he does come back as Electro, what they're going to do, how they're going to spin it. And like you said, it was in a different timeline, different universe. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play with that and what Jamie Foxx himself does with the character, because he could change it up a little bit, maybe improve it a little bit because of the time that he did play back in 2014. It's now 2020, so several years after playing Electro the first time. So it'll be interesting to see how he takes it and if and when it will be confirmed.
Absolutely. And of course, maybe the look will be the same or the look may be different. It'll be kind of up to them to decide if that does happen. And lastly, some other Disney news to share. We know that the Disney Plus is going to get on board with creating a Peter Pan remake. We know that Lady and the Tramp was already kind of a Disney Plus original. Now, we know that they casted Jude Law. I know you and I have talked about that. They've casted their Peter and Wendy. And there was reports, of course, a while ago about Margot Robbie being a high candidate to play Tinkerbell. But there is someone else that is going to take the reins now.
Yes, earlier this week it was announced that Yara Shahidi has been cast as Tinkerbell. Now, she's best known for her starring roles as Zoe in Blackish and the spin-off Grownish, which are two very popular ABC comedies. So it is very exciting news, her breaking out more into film roles. She was in a film, the Son of in the Stars or something like that, and that was a pretty big success for her. And so it'll be interesting to see what she does with the role of Tinkerbell, and also because this is another live action remake that Disney has been going forward with, it'll be interesting to see how the whole movie is being portrayed, as there has been other live action remakes of Peter Pan in the past. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it and how it'll differ from or compare to the other ones as well. This movie is being called Peter Pan and Wendy, so we'll follow the adventures of those two starring roles, which we have talked about in the past. Alexander Milani and Ever Anderson are in those title roles, and Jude Law as Captain Hook. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, and it's awesome news for Shahidi, as she's a fantastic actress. Young actress too, so coming up in Hollywood, it'll be interesting to see how she takes Tinkerbell, as that is a very iconic character within Disney.
It most certainly is. Abby St. John, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks.